Hello students and welcome to the next video of DCS. In today's video we are going to start next unit, and in third unit we are going to see the digital modulation techniques. So let's begin. This is the block diagram of modulation systems. First we have source, then source encoder, then channel encoder, then we have modulator, and the signal is sent through antenna over the channel. Then the sent signal is received through the channel by antenna. It is given to the demodulator. Then it is given to channel decoder. Then further it is given to source decoder, and the original signal is recovered and given to destination. So this is the block diagram. So at every step where we are encoding, similar procedure has to be reversed at the receiver end. So if we have source encoding, source decoding should be done at the same level. Similarly, for channel encoder, we should have a channel decoder, and for modulator, we will have a demodulator. So all the processes will be reversed at the receiver end. So these definitions we have already completed, just we will revise them fast. Channel capacity is the maximum rate at which data can be transmitted over a given communication path or channel under given conditions. Then data rate in BPS, it is the rate at which data can be communicated. Impairments such as noise, limit data rate can be achieved. Then bandwidth, the bandwidth of the transmitted signal are constrained by the transmitter and the nature of transmission medium in hertz. Noise is impairments on the communications path, and error rate is the rate at which errors occur. It is bit error rate, BER. Error is equal to transmit 1 and receive 0, or transmit 0 and receive 1. So whenever we are having data modifications without intention, it is because of external factors, then it will be called as noise or error. Then digital data, digital signal. Equipment less complex and expensive than digital to analog modulation equipment. So why we are basically choosing encoding techniques? Because the equipment will be less complex and less expensive than digital to analog modulation equipment. Then analog data digital signal permits use of modern digital transmission and switching equipments. If we have digital data and analog signals, some transmission media will only propagate analog signals, for example, unguided media in air. Or if we have analog data, analog signal, analog data in electrical form can be transmitted easily and cheaply, for example, AM radio. So we are using the encoding techniques. What is modulation? Modulation is adding information to a carrier signal. This carrier signal will be having a high frequency than the modulation signal. The sine wave on which the characteristics of the information signal are modulated is called a carrier signal. So we modify a signal, that means we modulate the signal, and it is sent, then it is detected at the receiver end. We detect the modifications, that means we demodulate it. Any reliably detectable change in signal characteristics can carry information. So in analog modulation, we have a signal. The first waveform is signal waveform. So we can change the amplitude of carrier signal according to the information signal, which is known as amplitude modulation or AM. In frequency modulation or FM, the third waveform, we change the frequency of carrier signal according to the information signal. Whenever amplitude is high, the frequency will be high. Whenever amplitude is low, the frequency will be low. Now digital modulation and demodulation. Here we have digital data which is modulated. Then we have analog baseband signal. Analog modulation will be done with the help of a carrier frequency, and radio transmitter will transmit the signal. At the receiver end, radio receiver will receive the signal. It will be demodulated using the carrier signal, and we will again recover the baseband signal. Then synchronization decision will be used and it will be converted to digital data. So in this way, the digital demodulation and modulation will be done. So how can we send or modulate the signal? If we have signal xt is equal to a cos sin 2 pi ft plus phi, where a is the amplitude, f is the frequency, and phi is the phase angle. Phase angle is the initial angle of sinusoidal function at its origin. Now here we have taken cos signal, we can have sine signal also. We know that sine and cos are just same signals with different phase angle, isn't it? So this signal xt is having three variable parameters, isn't it? Amplitude can be changed according to information signal, or frequency can be changed according to information signal, or the phase angle can be changed according to the information signal. So modulation is converting digital or analog information to a waveform suitable for transmission over a given medium. It involves varying some parameter of carrier wave, that is sinusoidal waveform, at a given frequency as a function of the message signal. So general equation we can write as a cos 2 pi fc t plus phi. If the information is digital, changing parameters are called keying, because initially we have digital data which is to be modulated and sent, isn't it? So now it will be called as keying techniques. For example, ASK, PSK and FSK. So why we need to use modulation? You already know the advantages of modulation, just we will revise them quickly. If we use modulation, we will need to use smaller antennas. That means the antenna height is considerably reduced if we send the signal in modulated form, because lambda by 4 is the typical antenna size. So for example, if we have 3000 hertz baseband signal, it would require 15 mile antenna, and if we have 900 megahertz signal, it would require 8 centimeters antenna. Then frequency division multiplexing provides separation of signals. Next advantage is medium characteristics and interference rejection and simplifying circuitry. Again, modulation shifts center frequency of baseband signal up to the radio carrier signal. So basic schemes of modulation are amplitude modulation, frequency modulation and phase modulation, AM, FM and PM, which are analog modulation techniques where the data is in analog form. And for digital modulation techniques, we have amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying and phase shift keying. In amplitude shift keying, change the amplitude with each symbol and frequency is kept constant. See here in the diagram, first waveform on the right hand side, when there is one data is to be sent, we are having the amplitude present. When we need to send the zero signal, it will be zero amplitude. So advantages are low bandwidth requirement and very susceptible to interference. Now next technique is frequency shift keying. As you can see in the diagram, for transmitting 1 we are having different frequency, for transmitting 0 we are having smaller frequency. So it changes frequency with each symbol and it needs larger bandwidth. Third technique is phase shift keying. Here we change the phase. Phase means the starting point of that signal. You can see for one we are sending a particular frequency in particular phase. When we are sending 0, phase is changed by 180 degrees. So it changes phase with each symbol. It is more complex and robust against interference. So what is ASK? ASK is on off keying. Frequency is kept constant. Amplitude has two levels, for bit 1 and for bit 0. See in the diagram, in the above the diagram, which is the first diagram or first waveform, the data is shown in digital format. That digital data is to be converted into modulated form. So we are using amplitude shift keying. Whenever there is logic 1 signal to be transmitted, we are having amplitude. Whenever there is logic 0, the amplitude is at the 0 level. So in this way, the binary sequence is sent 001, 011, 0010. In frequency shift keying, we are using two different frequencies. For bit 1, we are using sine 2 pi f1t. For bit 0, we are using sine 2 pi f2t. So see in the waveform, you can easily identify the difference in frequencies as per the given digital data. So same data is sent here 0010, 11, 0010. The blue dotted line is showing you the digital data which is to be transmitted, and the red lines are showing you the frequency shift keyed waveform. Now phase shift keying. Here we change the phase angle. For bit 1 we are having sine 2 pi ft signal. For bit 0 we are having sine 2 pi ft plus pi. Means the phase angle changes with pi radians or 180 degrees. Here also the blue dotted lines are showing you the digital data which is to be modulated, and the red lines are showing you the changes in phase according to the data. 0010, 11, 0010 is transmitted here, same signal. Okay, so that's it. We will stop here. We have just seen the introduction to ASK, PSK and FSK. Remember that here the data which is to be transmitted in modulated form is digital. So we are transmitting the digital data, and these are the digital modulation techniques, and AM, FM, PM were the analog modulation techniques where the data was in analog form. So this is the basic difference. We will stop here. You should complete the definitions and diagrams of every technique we have completed today, and also draw the block diagrams of transmitters and receivers. Thank you for watching.